And then the world kept going on. No, it was really related to the Mayan civilization and culture, not to the entire planet. It is also based on sunspot activity. That's what the Mayan calendar is really about, plotting sunspots. That's all.
Wow. And you know what? I'm glad that you broke it down like that because, they put out that big movie where they show,
and that's to put fear. And as I told you, fear opens up the mind and allows programming to be entered. If they had no fear, if you were not fearful, you couldn't be programmed.
Right. Now, is there a way to escape from the quote-unquote so-called matrix, or is it just a matter of you just basically working around it at this point? Once you become aware and once you start the process of deprogramming yourself, I don't think there's a way that you can actually remove yourself from it. I mean, you can, but, I mean, you're talking about primitive living here, and I'm talking about for those who don't want to go that route. You know what I mean? Is there a way to escape it, so to speak?
Yeah, I would urge people to read my books, 13 Cube, The True Reality of Sexuality. In those two books, I very in detail outline what programming is, how it's entered, and how you remove it. And if you follow those techniques, you will remove the programming. Now, I will tell you, it's not going to happen in one day or 1 week. It takes years and years and years and years. I've been deprogramming myself since 1988, and I still got a ways to go. Now, I think I'm a little bit ahead of most people out there as far as regaining myself, but I still got some issues, and I still have a ways to go on deprogramming, but you got to start somewhere. You can't just let it go. If you want to regain yourself, you need to start immediately. We have no time to play games anymore. This is it. We're in end times programming now.
Okay. We're at the top of the last 30-minute half hour with Stewart Swerdlow. For those of you who are currently listening in on the show, if you have a question, please press 1. This is going to be the last 30 minutes of the show. Don't just be listening. If you got a question, press that 1 button so we can get your questions in. For those who are not have not called in and you have a question, that number is 347-884-8787. Also, for those of you in the chat room, please send me a private DM me your questions because there's so many of them coming through the chat. I just can't keep up. So just start sending me DMs so I can start hitting them with all the questions and whatnot. Also, when you get a chance, make sure you check out his website, expansions.com. Also, check out my website, isiswisdom.com. Sign up, create a profile, or log on to wordonthestreetsmag.com. You can sign up and create a profile there as well. Okay, Stewart, we're back. Okay, I'm trying to look at some of these questions that they're throwing at me left and right. One person asked a question: what is the relationship with the Ascended Masters?
Well, I have to tell you, 99.9% of that is mind control and programming. The only ascended master you should be listening to is your own oversoul and the God mind within. People have all these Indian guides and gurus and all these. There weren't that many Indians alive, that could all be these spiritual guides right now, There just weren't that many. It's all satellite transmitted. If you hear voices in your head, if you see images of these ascended masters who are telling you all this love, light, and peace, put a big brown X through it, use the brown merger symbol that I talk about in my books, and then see if it stays, because it won't. It is a satellite transmission that is activating the programming matrix in your brain and bringing back alters to the front so that you think you're communicating with these masters or aliens or angels or whatever they portray themselves to be. You see? That's the way it is. I'm sorry, no, I'm maybe offending some people or upsetting some people, but, I have to say what I know, and people can accept it or reject it. I'm not imposing it. This is what I know, and having worked, unfortunately, in the Montauk Project, I know that one of the big things they did was to create personas energetically of these ascended masters that would be projected up from ground stations into satellites and then beamed back down to the Earth. And they targeted areas where they had major programming centers like Sedona, Santa Fe, Yelm, Mount Shasta, etc. All of these are major programming centers for the government.
Whoa, whoa, wow.
Yeah.
Now I got to say it like that because, Stewart, are you serious, man? I got to say it like that because, well, I'm going to tell you, okay, I'm going to go ahead and share the dream real quick, at least a piece of it. I was inspired to do this divine spiritual retreat that I'm planning in Sedona, Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
And it was Sedona that I was transported to, where the earth was communicating to me. And it had different portals there, and it was showing me different things. But it was crazy because it was like I was seeing like all these different screens where it was playing back all the things that happened with humanity when it first got here up to this point. It started showing me different things. And then this is dreaming now, okay? And I was even able to see space from one of the portals where I was actually able to see like other planets that are very close to our solar system.